legal counsel for COMNET, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I know if there's a, are you an employee of CONMET Management Corporation, or were your services contracted by CONMET?
I am not an employee, Your Honor. I was engaged only for purposes of attending today's hearing, Your
Do you
Honor.
have an agreement?
I have a secretary certificate, Your Honor, authorizing me to attend today's hearing.
You have.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kindly submit a copy of that to this to the COMSEC.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Akop. Anyway, as of this moment, there is none from the officials of the Bawan, Municipality of Bawan present today. But of course, they have sent the letter, but we will discuss later on the matters of admin matters, on the absence of all those invited resource persons, especially municipal officials of Bawan, Batangas. And attorney, you have, of course, you have a secretary certificate.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But based on our protocols here, attorney, you cannot answer for on behalf of the company you represent, because law counsels are only allowed to be present in the hearing to give legal advice.
I understand, Your Honor.
Especially, you're not also an employee of the COMNET.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, before we proceed with the interpellation, let me read my opening remarks. Good morning, esteemed colleagues, resource persons, and guests. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our members for attending today's hearing, whether physically present or joining us online. I acknowledge that we are in break and many are actively engaged in the respective campaigns, yet you have given your time to attend this important hearing, especially Chairman Akop and those members coming pa po. Your presence today underscores our committee's unwavering commitment to addressing issues of public financial management and ensuring accountability in the use of public funds. During a previous hearing, we scrutinized the privatization of the Bawan waterworks systems. The COA's findings highlight multiple violations of existing laws, including but not limited to non-compliance with the BOT law or Republic Act 6957 as amended by Republic Act 7718 and the Local Government Code or Republic Act 7160. The privatization process failed to conform to the prescribed requirements under these laws under implementing rules and regulations. The municipality of Bawan lacked an approved list of priority projects for private sector participation, violating Section 4 of the BOT law and Section 2.3 of its IRR. The project was not confirmed by the Local Development Council or LDC, the NIDA Board, or Investment Coordination Committee, violating Section 2.7 and 2.8 of the IRR. Irregularities in the bidding and procurement process. The invitation to apply for eligibility and to bid was not properly published as required by law, limiting competition and transparency. The IAEB lacked pre-qualification requirements, submission deadlines, and clear bid evaluation parameters in violation of Section 5.2, 5.3, and 5.4 of the BOT law IRR. The bidding process appeared prearranged with irregularities that cast doubt its fairness and legality. The winning bidder, the Aqua Data Incorporated, was awarded the contract despite failing to meet pre-qualification criteria for legal personality, technical experience, track record, and financial capability. financial and operational disadvantages to the municipality. The contracts, which is 95 to 5% revenue sharing scheme in favor of Akbay Data, lack legal and financial justification. The municipality accumulated the net loss of 34.2 million pesos from 2008 to 2013 due to unjustified expenses passed on to the local government. Aqua Data imposed an 18% interest on a 20 million financial assistance, which was deducted from the purchase price without express authorization. The sale of the BWS facility was conducted through an underpriced and illegal negotiated sale. Failure to define Aqua Data's obligations. The contract failed to define in clear and equivocal terms Aqua Data's obligation, justifying its disproportionate revenue share. There was no substantial improvement to the water system aside from chlorination. Payments lack supporting documents, including official receipts from the Bureau of Internal Revenue, in violation of Section 4.6 of Presidential Decree number 1445. Even after the termination of the contract, the municipality of Buwan entered into an illegal holdover agreement with Aqua Data under the same terms, prolonging financial losses. These findings clearly indicate serious lapses in governance, procurement, and financial management. Why did no municipal official oppose the contract that was clearly disadvantageous to the people? Public officials have a duty to ensure the government transactions serve the best interests of their constituents. Yet, in this case, the absence of opposition raises alarming questions about collusion with the Sangguniang Bayan. Another glaring issue that underscores the need for scrutiny is the disparity in water rates across different barangays. While local government-operated water systems in San Pablo, Bagilawa, and Colbo provide water at significantly lower rates, ranging from 16.67 to 23.25 pesos per cubic meter. The subject provider, Aqua Data, charges an exorbitant 35.79 per cubic meter, according to reports. This stark difference suggests that the residents are being unfairly burdened with higher costs despite the availability of more affordable alternatives. The committee has determined that this agreement was awarded in a manner that placed private interests above public welfare. The blatant and brazen nature of the corruption suggests a disturbing lack of fear or regard for oversight mechanisms, such as the Commission on Audit and other government agencies. This kind of corruption must be stopped, and a firm example must be set to ensure the corrupt officials who drain the nation's resources for personal gain are held accountable. The people deserve leaders who will uphold the right to fair and reasonable access to essential services. However, through the actions of Mayor Ryan Dulor, the residents were deprived of affordable water while the municipality was denied rightful revenue. Meanwhile, he and his co-conspirators unjustly profited at the expense of the public. Rest assured that here in our committee will not allow Mayor Dulor to evade accountability for his actions. Maraming salamat po. Now, before we allow the members to ask questions, former Councilor Obawan from 2010 to 2019, Ms. Yanil Dalangin is present, ma'am. Now you have sent a letter to us, and you have just manifested in your letter that during your candidacy as councilor until the end of your term for 9 years, you are the one po opposing these contracts and transaction of Buan, Batangas. Is it correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to say something? Ma'am?
Magandang umaga po, Mr. Chairman.
Please proceed.
Nadatnan na po namin. Wait lang po ha. Dahil 7 taon na rin po wala sa politika. Kaya first time ko lang po uli i-email. Kaya pagpasensyahan niyo po kung medyo katal ang aking boses. Nadatnan na po namin ang usapin po na Aqua Data. At yun po ay naganap nung sa mga unang termino pa. Kaya po nung bagong konsehal po ko, minarapat ko pong tanungin at aralin kung ano po ba yung totoong nangyari noon. At ang gabay ko nga po, hiningan ko ng legal na gabay ay ang dati ding naging konsehal na si Attorney Johnny Magboo na Juan Magboo, na kasama ko po ngayon na nagiring pong Vice Mayor ng Bayan ng Bawan. At base po sa pag-aaral namin at sa gabay din po niya, nakita po namin yung mga disadvantages para sa Bayan ng Bawan. Kaya po, malino po sa alaala ko, alam naman po yun ng Bayan ng Bawan na tinutulan ko po yun kahit nagsosolo po ako sa konseho nun. Ang stand ko po kasi nun ay ang pagmamayari ng Bayan ng Bawan. Ay gusto ko pong manatiling pagmamayari ng aming bayan. Yun lamang po, Mr. Honor.
Thank you, former Councilor Ms. Yanil Derangin. In your left is the former Vice Mayor.
Yes po.
Vice, kindly.
Mr. Chairman, ang si Attorney Johnny Magboo po kasi nag-suffer ng severe stroke last year po. As in severe po, na naapektuhan din po ang kanya pong memory. Kaya po sa ngayon po, wala po talaga siyang katayuang makapagsalita at masabi po yung mga pinaglalaban niya po noon.
Sige po. Thank you po. Thank you, Ms. Yanil. Anyway, anybody wants to speak doon po sa mga